Carlos Ramirez, owner of NVS Audio in Roselle, New Jersey. The owner did a really good job on his own install, but he just came to us to take it a step further and just finish everything off the right way. It's sad, but he did a better job than most shops would have done. Check out what he did and what we're going to help him with. So we're going to move these speakers up into the fairing so they could take advantage of the extra airspace. We're going to move the SPL shows into the lowers. He used these spacers on the pods, which isn't necessary because he's running the SPL show Neos. So with the proper ring, they could sit in nice and flush. We're going to fix that. This, no problem with anything that he did there. That's all fine. Did a good job mounting the horns. Everything was wired properly. He added an excess power battery to the tour pack. I like the way that he did it. He used M6 nuts and bolts. The thing is bolted in place solid. I just wish he had used thicker wiring, because if you're adding more current capacity to the bike, you should have thicker cables connecting the two batteries together. We're removing it because we're just upgrading the battery under the seat to be able to run this entire setup. He did a really good job. He even used screw caps. Even though the screws weren't going to be visible when you close the tour pack, he still used screw caps so he'd have a nice finished look. I like that. Since those holes are already there, we're going to use that to mount the new 3000.1 that we're installing for him. I didn't like his choice of DSP, so I'm not going to name the DSP because I don't want to bash anybody, but we're going to go ahead and use the Ground Zero 8-channel 4 to 8 DSP. Not using this anymore. Got a Lex rack in the front that he installed himself, and he did a great job. And then we're going to install his 2 Diamond Audio amplifiers on the Lex rack. See, they fit perfectly. We have a 5-channel and a 4-channel. I'm sorry, we have a 5-channel and a 2-channel. And then the 3000 is going to go in the back. His wires are all nice and neat, all oxygen-free copper wire, so we were able to reuse it. This is not a wiring rescue. We're just finishing the install for him. He did a great job. We built our T-harness for the Ground Zero DSP. We're neatly running all our wiring down the backbone. So now he did a great job. This was all him. American hardbag aggressor 10-inch kit. Running what appears to be a Tempino 10-inch woofer. We're going to replace that with a Nagy ring, because my issue, American Hardbag makes great product. We use all their stuff, especially their stuff for the CVO. But their rings, I'm not a big fan of the ring. The only time we use this ring is if the customer won't let me cut a 10-inch hole in the saddlebag. So what's nice about the American Hardbag kit is you end up with just a little slit and a little grill. So the bag doesn't look all chopped up. But the problem is, in my opinion, that stifles too much of the sound, because you have 10 inches of cone area coming out through 2 inches of grill. A lot of times the woofer ends up hitting the ring. So it's a quality kit, sounds really good, but I think you lose too much output. So if you're gonna do a 10 in the bag, just cut the whole thing out so you have no restriction. So and this kit's not cheap either. It's an expensive kit. Set of rings, set of Nagy rings or Hefe rings are $200. Pretty sure this aggressor kit is over 500. It's a quality kit. There's nothing wrong with the kit. Look at the fit and finish. It fits perfectly. It comes with a template. All those screw holes are perfectly lined up. It's a great kit. It's just, if you're going this big with the build, why leave 40% of your sound on the table? Because the kit is very restrictive. So there's nothing wrong with the kit. We're going to pull it out, give it back to the client. But for this build, we're going to go with a set of 10-inch Nagy rings. See, this is what I'm talking about. How you going to get all this sound through that little hole? It's like yelling through a funnel, in my opinion. Super tight fit, but it fits. Lex rack. Have a Diamond Audio 5-channel, Ground Zero DSP with all 8 channels hooked up, and Diamond Audio 2-channel. Factory radio. It's in there. Carlos Ramirez, owner of NVS Audio in Roselle, New Jersey. We have Greg's bike all ready to go home. So he did half the work himself. He just brought it in so we can finish it off. His work was flawless. It was not a wiring rescue. Everything was done well. We just helped him take it the rest of the way. This bike is beautiful and well put together. This is the biggest fat tire kit I've ever seen on a bike. Paint is flawless. Nice color scheme. So we ended up installing his 2 diamond audio amps in the fairing, along with the Ground Zero DSP. We got the speakers in the pods nice and flush now. We swapped out the Hertz mid-bass drivers for the new Neos, so now they fit right in. Hertz in the water-cooled lowers, and some quantum coaxials that he brought us in the fairing. 3000.1, neatly tucked in the tour pack, not taking up any space, securely bolted in place. We reused the 4 M6 bolts that he had holding the battery. So it's solid, doesn't take up any space. We removed the American hard bag mounting kit and went with a set of Nagy rings to mount his 10-inch mid-bass drivers. She is ready to go home.